everyone. Welcome to the 6 o'clock live painting demonstration. My name is Theresa Artigas. I'm here with my husband, Michael. Say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, that's my phone.
That's your phone.
We just went live, that's why.
That's right.
My husband and I are local to the Jersey Shore. We are portrait artists. We specialize in children and families, and we have a studio in Brielle on the Jersey Shore for 26 years now. And during the time home during the pandemic, we decided, since we weren't open, that we would do something fun for everyone. And so I've been doing a live painting every day. Some days it takes me a few days to do one painting, and usually that's the way it works. Anyway, thank you for stopping by. And basically what I'm doing is acrylic painting, and I am working on this one. Hopefully I'll finish it today. I took a photograph while we were in Florida of some seashells just sitting on the railing, and I decided that's my reference photo. I printed it out on just computer paper, and I did this, and then I was like, I don't like it, so I wanted to make it a little more tropical, so that's what I did. I changed the colors of the blues and made it just a little more tropical feel. So I'm going to continue on this today and hopefully complete it. And thanks for coming by and watching, and if you're here, say hi. Would love to hear from you. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put my paints on my palette, since these are already dry from yesterday, but I'm just going to go over and do the same colors. I have yellow ochre right here. I'll just put it right next to it. Oh, this is like a light color, almost like a flush. I have a little bit of raw sienna. I'm just putting a few of them on here. Oops. A little bit of yellow. And the trick is to use my water and not dip my paintbrush in my coffee today. This is the coffee cup that I have, which has a beautiful picture of me and our daughter Chloe when she was a baby. And it's one of my favorite mugs in the whole world. It's funny how just one photograph can mean so much to you. And it's nice to have it where I can enjoy it. Okay, so let's get some other colors out here. A little orange. A little bit of black, and then I'll have my white. My black. And my white is maybe over here. Yes. Okay, so really I'm putting in detail today, a little highlight, shadow, variation of colors, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. I think I'm missing brown, a little bit of brown. It's always good to have a little brown, little black. Okay, I still have to get rid of that one little piece of the shell that I decided to paint out. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to, let's try this brush. I think that'd be nice. Okay, so I'm picking a small brush, and I'm just going to go around and fill in some of the colors for the shells now, different areas. So I'm going to go to each shell and go, what do I need to fix or change? I think this one's okay, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe just a tiny bit of white over here. Just a tiny bit. A little bit of light brown right here. A little bit darker. I'm pretty happy with that one. What do you think, Mike? Move on from that one?
I think you can move on.
Okay, that's what I'll do. Let's look at this one. What needs help here? Because this one is the tough one for me. This one, I know there's little bits of sand I can add in there. But before I get to the sand, let's go with a little bit of an orange. Add a little yellow in there. Cadmium yellow. And a tiny bit of white. See how that looks. Right here in the dog upstairs.
The dog is upstairs wrestling with Chloe.
Mm-hmm. Yellow here. Add a little brown. Add more brown. A little bit of water here. I'm going to put the sand in a minute, all those little pieces of sand. I just want to get the dark areas in. Little variations of color here. A little more brown. Yeah, I'm all getting into the detail now, aren't I?
I don't know that.
I should just do the whole thing with a palette knife. That would make me stay very loose, like I want to be. I guess I'm fighting it. I'm fighting being loose as opposed to detail. We got a bunch of yellow here. must be in the cage now. It's awful quiet up there. He must have been a bad boy. Must be in the crate temporarily. Doggy training soon for him.
I walked him today, and everybody knew him.
Did they?
People came out of the yards to say hello to him. Most people knew his name already. I don't even know who half these people were anyway.
He's famous. He's famous. He's handsome. I must say, he's a handsome puppy for sure. He's a handsome boy. All right, let me just get a little bit of brown in here. I want to kind of. That line is a little too harsh for me here. Kind of soften it just a little bit. Oops, a little bit too much on there. Yeah, a little bit of yellow. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow now, this yellow ochre, and I'm going to bring it on the edges here to give a little, just a tiny bit of brown.
Dimension?
Yeah, I'm just going to give it just a little bit color here. A little bit here and there. Okay, gives a little bit of color in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I am going to add just a little bit of lighter color here. What color is that? It's like
To where?
cream. Just a little bit of a cream. I know, he's upset, isn't he? Oops. No, the color I wanted there. Hold on. Okay, so let's go in here and just kind of... I'm sorry if you hear the puppy upstairs. He's not happy at the moment. Just get a little bit of highlight in here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blending right here with a little bit of yellow and orange. So it's not such a harsh line there. Okay, so there's a couple little dots up top, or lines I should say, on the top of the shell. Little, these. Looking okay? Let's mix in a little bit of orange here. I know, he's not happy. Okay, well, I'll leave that for a little bit. Just a tiny bit over here. A little bit up here. I want to be happy with it, you know, before I move on to the next shell. I'm feeling pretty good about it now.
Cool.
Right? What do you think? Any more dimension?
No.
You sure? Yeah, I know.
I sound like the dog now.
Maybe right there. Let's put some sand in there. Okay, so that's a light colored. I'm going to use a different brush for that. I am going to use, I think this one. Yeah. Let's see if that's the color I want. Yep, that's kind of cool. So my brush is kind of dry. I'm not putting a lot of paint on it. It's kind of, if you look at it, it's kind of...
Hold on, where is it? I can't find it.
Right there.
Right where? There it is. Hold on.
It doesn't have a glob of paint on it.
Oh, boy.
Because I'm just using the
Oh, what?
the edges of it. Almost like a dry brush kind of feel. That's my goal. And I'm putting a little bit of the tip of the brush, really. Got some up here. I got this one color I always use for sand. Let's make that just a little bit of raw sienna. Right about there. And a little sand down here too. A little bit up here. That's just a little bit in there. Let's go a little more brown. Up here. A little bit over here. A little bit over here. And a little bit of white. Ever so slightly. Now, I'm going to get my little, I call it the eyelash brush because it's so tiny. And I'm going to add a couple little things in there. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, where is it?
It's so tiny you can't even find it.
It's very, very tiny. Hold on. It's not any of these.
Oh boy.
Hold on. How do I lose that thing all the time? I guess because it's so small. You see it anywhere? And it's got like a piece of tape on it too. Oh,
Right
there it
there.
is. Look. It's holding it together.
Why does it have a piece of tape on it?
It broke. And
It broke?
It's one of my very...
When did you break that?
Long time ago.
And I just noticed the tape now?
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
I stink.
What's up with that? You just noticed?
Oh no. We'll have to get you a new one.
Yeah.
Why are you using for what, the sand?
Yeah. Putting little highlights and shadows within the sand. Let's do a little bit of white too. Just needs a little bit. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, so let's move on to and see how do I feel about this shell. I think I could add a little bit of highlight to it. So I'm going shell by shell, basically. And till I get to this last one, that's very challenging for me. So this guy's got some bumps. Got very bright right here. It's awful quiet upstairs.
I know.
Nothing like a 12-week-old German Shepherd in the house that's quiet. Okay.
I don't hear no crunching, so that's a good sign.
Oh my gosh, he was on fire today.
Really?
Oh, he's chewing the legs of the table, dining room table. He's chewing the curtains. It was just like, oh, it was a lot. I think he thinks his first name is No. Just adding a little bit of highlight there.
So tomorrow there won't be a painting. Tomorrow's Sunday, right?
That's right, yeah.
So look for us. I may do a sneak peek on the beach because we have a family portrait tomorrow night.
We do. We were supposed to do a family portrait this past week, and it rained, and they were so excited, and then it just downpoured this week. It was a tough week, and now we're rescheduled for tomorrow, so it's exciting. And then a little dark area inside of it for the shadow in the middle here. Okay. All right, well, moving on to this one now. I feel I can add a little darker area into the middle there, like right here. Just a little more shadow. Going right along the edge here. See how that makes that just pop even more? And then we're gonna just touch this shell over here on the edge. Okay, and then we got a little bit, I'm moving on to this shell, I guess, because I could put the little grooves in there a little bit, a little highlight, but I'm going to move over here for a minute.
Put the grooves.
I need a little bit of black on my brush, but not a lot. Okay, so let's put a little bit of... feel like I need a tiny bit of blue. So I'm gonna grab, because if you look at that shell there, it's not black and white or gray. There's hints of blue in there. Let's see if I can get this without squirting myself. You just need a little dab of blue in there. A little bit of white. little bit. And a little bit. Oops, sorry, honey.
Too close.
You're right up my grill here.
I'm in your grill.
You are. That's okay. And I'm just pulling in a little bit of blue because there's a blue hue to the inside of this shell and around the edges. And it adds a little more color to it. It's more interesting. I'm going to take it around the edge just a little bit too. Give that little bit of blue around the edge. A little more white. There. What do you think of that?
Perfect.
Yeah. Let's do a little more blue up here.
You're at 27 minutes.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Flies by. Certainly flies by.
Speaking of flying,
What?
I don't watch the news much anymore.
What?
You know where I'm going with this?
Oh, aliens or something.
Yes, I don't watch the news much anymore.
The aliens.
And I flick on the TV and they're talking about the government has alien vehicles.
Gosh. Oh, Mike.
What? Don't Mike me. I don't have them. So then I turn the news off because,
Freaked you out.
well,
I guess that's good, right? I think it's pretty good. I might be able to move on to the next shell. Let's see. I just don't want that to be so harsh. I want it to be soft. That's better. Okay. We're working our way over to that big shell that
what if
me
you
all the
milk it?
problems.
If you milk it.
No, I gotta do this.
Mhm.
I gotta do this. Okay, so
Yeah, clean up that spot there in the
That-
water. Clean that up for me.
okay.
Love of God, it's bugging me.
It's bugging you?
It's bugging the heck out of me.
Okay. I'll fix it, Mike.
Fix it. What colors you got there? What are you gonna fix it with? Ooh, purples? Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was bugging me.
Was it?
Bugging me, I'm telling you.
I got rid of that shell yesterday. You just have to go over it probably 1 or 2 times. That's all. Add a little bit of white here.
Okay, now you're at the big 3-0.
Okay, well,
Just so you know.
I have to
I'm not rushing you.
You're
But
just telling
I'm
me.
just telling you. It's my job
Okay.
to tell you things.
Let's put just a little more white into that wave there. There. I do have to go back and do some of those shadow areas of the waves. But I will. Okay, moving on. Next shell. We're tweaking each shell from right to left. And so far, I'm pretty happy with that one and these. These two are giving me the biggest challenge. This one's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one. I'll move over here and do a little lighter area though. Okay, so let's try and get some highlights and shadows into this. Over here, it's very golden. This is the piece I got rid of because we just didn't like it. There was like a shell sticking up. It was just a bunch of shells together. So it looks kind of weird and draws your eye in a weird place. So I just took it out. And that's felt like I needed to. So, all right. So now we're going into a little bit of raw sienna here. And lightening this up just a little bit more. Interesting. It's coming along. All right, let's add a little more raw sienna there. They definitely have many, many colors, these shells. And it's fun to work with. Go a little bit lighter. Okay. Let's go a little darker for some of the shadows. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt sienna and brown together. Mix them. Then it goes very dark in that corner. Right here. Almost black, really, where the shadow is. That's what I'm going to do. Just kind of. Of course, now I got it on the shell that I need to be working on, this one here. So that's what I'm going to do. Over here. A little more white. So I hope everybody's having a good Saturday, whatever you're doing. Just adding little highlights in here now. Do you think that's helping?
Yes, I do.
And it's over here on this corner. Up here. Very light. So I'm going to put a little bit more white than. Add just a little bit of raw sienna, bring that down one notch. Kind of blend it a little bit. Okay.
I think it's definitely adding dimension.
Yeah, this one's the challenging one for me, this shell. Definitely is challenging. So I'm trying to get in here with some lighter highlights. I got those little marks to do in there too, but I'm saving them for last. There, coming along nicely. Put a little brown in there now. It's a bit much. There we go. It's getting there. Really makes you stop and like look at every little detail, for sure. I can put a couple little of those brown spots where the holes are. That's what I was doing before. There's little spots of holes. So, okay. What do you think? What areas do I need to tweak a little bit in your...
Waves.
Oh, the waves. Alright, take a break from the shells. Okay, I need my aqua. A bit darker here.
You know, I went to Walmart earlier today for the first time in... I can't remember the last time I went to Walmart. And
There's a reason.
And it's true, though. People do walk around in their PJs.
Get out,
In
really?
Walmart. This lady walking around in PJs.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Not even nice ones.
Yeah, that's what happens.
If you're going to go out to Walmart in your PJs, you should have your best PJs possible.
Hey, I'm going to take and do a little bit of dark right here under this wave with a little bit of blue. I'm mixing these two together underneath here to give a little bit, oops, sorry, of dimension and shadow to know that there's a wave, not just kind of on top of the water, but underneath, kind of the shadow area of it coming up. Oops, not dark enough. A little bit under here. Just a little bit, right? That's a little bit more dimension.
Cool.
Trying to see where. I need to just kind of, oh, there's a puppy. I'm going to end here in a minute because I know we're probably at like 40 mark or 45 mark, right? But I just wanted to get a little bit of depth in my waves before I finished for the day. A little dark here and there. Got them all?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. I think so.
Pretty happy with that. Just gonna pull this out just a tiny bit. There. All right. I know I could keep going on the shells for today, but I'll probably finish that tonight on my own and just kind of do a little bit of the tweaking of the finishing of the shells. But I'm almost there. And I'm so glad that you stopped by to watch. I hope that it was enjoyable for you to see what I'm doing and how I'm creating it. And I really am happy that you stopped by. So I'll be back, not tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Sunday. So Monday afternoon, it's either going to be 4 or 6 o'clock. If you're interested to have a piece of art created from maybe a photograph that you may have, something that means something to you, something very special, maybe something from your childhood, a vacation, just a memory that means something to you, and you think, oh wow, that'd be really cool to make into a piece of art, just click on the link in the top portion of this post and you'll see the special we have. And I hope you all have a great night. We'll see you on Monday.